Hey guys, Maddi here. I am super stoked to be sharing with you this vlog that is kind of like a race recap of my season this year with the Ontario SUP Series. I honestly had such a great summer. I competed in all 5 races. We first started out in Niagara with the Niagara River Challenge, and then we went to Kincardine, Ontario, where we had an awesome downwind race, which was really great because we haven't had that for a few years. And then after Kincardine, we went to Collingwood, Ontario for our national qualifiers event. We finished in Bracebridge, Ontario. And Bracebridge I really love because it's like the Muskokas and it's just beautiful, fun, flat water. It's an incredible river that some years it has a lot of current, some years it doesn't. I was not able to capture the Niagara River Challenge on video much, but really what I learned from that race was just pure grinding it out, like really having a hard time dealing with heat. We had a lot of crazy humidity at the beginning of our Canadian summer. So that race was just truly like, how far can I go? How hard can I go? And really just give it everything that I have. Kincardine this year was just truly so much fun because we all started together, the men and the women, and when we took off, I was trying so hard to stay with Tim Oliver, and I stayed with him until we kind of rounded the corner and then actually took off into the lake to start the downwind. So after that, I was actually beside Ash Adams for a good chunk of that race, like the first, I'd say, 5 or 6 kilometers. We were side by side. He was catching a bump, I was catching a bump. It was kind of like this game of cat and mouse. And after about the 5 or 6 kilometer mark, finally I was able to drop Ash. And that was just like, it was such a funny feeling to me because I've always looked up to Ash. He's always been a great competitor. And so to like also have a very strong performance and come second overall in Kincardine was very satisfying. My board did its job too. I felt like I could milk every little bump that I could potentially get the board on.
What's your first reaction, Maddi? How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good?
Oh my god, good job. Thank you, you too. Good job. Yeah, it was crazy that last 3K. Looking at my watch, I'm like, we're going so slow. And I'm like, no wind? Well, no, it's like, I think what's happening is like the current that's coming out of the river, I think it's going this way. Because like everything, like my pace slowed down by like a minute.
I learned a lot about being able to read Great Lake waves a little bit better. And like I said, just kind of milk every opportunity that I possibly could have had. Collingwood was our national championships. We had 2 events this year across Canada that were our qualifiers for Team Canada for the ISA World Championships. So on Saturday, we had the tech race first. And again, it was just so bloody hot on that Saturday. Like the race was almost 6 kilometers. I paddled hard, I paddled strong. I wanted to keep up with the guys. I was able to pass a few guys, but like I wasn't with the top guys. I came 4th or 5th overall for the tech race, and I was definitely struggling in that heat. I was so exhausted paddling in that heat. And then after that, we had the sprint races. And the sprint races were really fun. I had 3 heats. I won all 3 of my heats and won the sprint races. But for some reason, like mentally, I was kind of getting in my head a little bit, and I made myself a little more worked up than like what I needed to be. So I was nervous, but I didn't really need to be nervous. So that was a huge lesson for me, racing and learning that, you know, even though I'm still doing really well and I'm one of the top Canadian female athletes, you know, we can still have nerves and we can still have these stories that we tell ourselves in our head that can impact our performance. So I feel very blessed and feel very lucky that, you know, everything still worked out in the end. I still had a great performance, but you know, nerves are huge and managing them are huge. And so it's very important to work with someone to help manage that as well. So I feel very grateful that I have Kirsty McMillan in my corner.
Guys, this is Kirsty. This is my mental performance coach. So if you ever want to learn some really cool techniques on how to improve your mental performance for athletics or just life in general,
or both,
or both, yeah. If you need help, yeah. Come hit up this girl. Everybody needs a little help. Yeah.
She was actually even on the starting line with me too. Like, she was there and she was telling me, you know, control what you can control, focus on your race, and you can't control what anybody else is going to do, what the other competitors are going to do. So just give it your all, give it your best, and be present. On Sunday, we had the long distance race, and that was just so much fun because same thing, went out with the guys, I paddled hard, I couldn't stay with Tommy Budai. I lost Cam Carney for a little bit, but then we paddled out to this island called Nottawasaga Island, and by the time I got to the island, I ended up catching Cam, and when I caught him, he ended up drafting me for like the next 6 kilometers. Like, he was with me for a good chunk of that race, and then right near the end, he passed me for the last K. At the finish line, I tried to sprint past him, but I was just so tired by that point, so I didn't really have enough energy to get ahead of him. It was a fun race, and like learning to work with Cam, to be able to get him after I lost him at the start, that felt pretty satisfying. And just to know my times and knowing like, okay, I'm not too far behind the guys. You know, if I keep working hard and keep training hard, I'll be able to get them. So I'm pretty proud of that. And then the last race happened in Bracebridge, Ontario. And like I mentioned earlier, it was on a river, it was flat water. We had no current this year. It was pretty still. So same thing, this race was just completely a pure grind.
We're scoping out the race course right now. Hi, guys. I was going to say mom, but Jackie Leblanc and Maddi, we're here today in Bracebridge. We're racing last race with the Ontario SUP Series for the summer. Should be fun. We're going over the course.
We as in Maddie's racing.
That's right. I'm racing. Mom's
support
team technical support crew.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so starting here.
Yes.
So then you go under and then you come back, and then how far?
So the women started 1 minute ahead of the men. And so I had a good head start. But Tim Oliver, he caught me. We had rounded the first buoy, so he caught me maybe about 300 or 400 meters after the first buoy. And so when he came, I was really adamant on trying to stay on his tail, trying to stay on his wash for as long as I possibly could have. But unfortunately, I think I maybe only stayed with him for like maximum 500 meters. And it was just really hard. Like, I tried so hard to stay on his wash, but it was hard. So for that race, what ended up happening was after I lost Tim Oliver, I was kind of mentally getting up in my head and being like, wow, okay, you're not good enough. Like, you're losing this guy. And you've been working so hard, and like, what's happening, you know? But then behind me, I could actually hear some of the other guys. I could hear Peter and somebody else. And so when I could hear them kind of coming near me, a part of me, like, my mindset had completely switched. It had completely changed. It was like, oh my God, okay, we're still in a race here. Like, you still have to go hard. Like, just because you lost him, it doesn't mean the race is over. And so I continued to paddle as hard actually as I possibly could have. The race was almost 12K, so it was long. And I thought to myself, okay, if you can't beat Tim, you can beat the other guys and you can still have a really good time and beat your time from last year. So I almost then played this mind game of like racing myself. And that was also really cool to just dig myself out of that hole that I was starting to put myself in when I was getting a little bit negative, and then turn it around to be like, oh, hey, no, we're still in a race. Like, you still have to go hard.
Today was a good day. Yeah, this race, guys, was just honestly like pure grind. It was almost 12K actually. My watch said 11.74. Peter actually made it a little bit longer this year because at the waterfalls, he put the buoy like as close to the waterfalls as he could, whereas like every year we don't usually have to go like that far. So we went pretty far this year, which is totally fine. Really fun. I tried to stay on Tim Oliver for like a little bit, but I maybe hung on to him for like oh my God, not even 200 or 300 meters. Or maybe 400. I'll give myself a little credit. Maybe 400 meters. You! Want to say hi to the vlog? Or not, it's okay. Anyway, yeah, it was a good day, good race. And just going for a cool down paddle now because I can't feel my legs. So I gotta get the legs moving. So let's go. Okay. All right, so this is what my hair looks like after I paddled under a tree. Like I went under a branch to cut the corner a bit and my bun got caught on the branch. So I'm paddling like this and it goes yank. So that's why I haven't fixed my hair yet.
I'm just so proud of my performance all summer. I'm proud to have won on the women's side for all of those races, but have really great competitors around me to still help push me, to still help motivate me, and to help me truly be my best in this sport. So I'm very grateful for the Ontario SUP Series and all that I've learned throughout the many years as well that I've competed on this circuit. It was, I think 8 or 9 years ago now when I started racing, and it was with the Ontario SUP Series. So to be here and to win again another summer of the overall championship felt pretty great. But I'm looking forward to next year and I'm excited for next year, and hopefully same thing, I can continue to keep up with the guys and just continue to push myself and get faster and faster and beat my old self too. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in to another episode on my YouTube channel. If you enjoy these videos, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It means more to me than you will ever know. And let me know in the comments, what else do you want to see? What else do you want to learn? What else do you want me to talk about? Because as you know, I could talk forever. So just let me know. And until next time, guys, take care and we'll chat soon. Mwah.